Amazon bird? I guess this is gonna have to do. Okay. Hello. Thank you for watching. If you clicked on this, you already know that this is a 23andMe video where I'm going to be reading over my results. And before I do that, I just want to give like a brief history of why I wanted to do this so badly. I know that everybody, I know there are a lot of videos out there, and everybody has different reasons for why they want to do these tests. So I thought I would just bring up a little bit of my history. So I grew up in a very small town in California, a predominantly white and Hispanic town. And at the time, people didn't really understand, I don't think, the diversity that can come up in people with predominantly African genetics, I guess we would say, African Americans. I'm not sure if that's how you should word it, but they didn't really understand, I think. And so growing up in a family of people who look very different from each other, next to people who look very similar to their relatives, um, brought up a lot of uncomfortable questions as a child. You get a lot of weird questions. Why don't you look like this person? Why don't you look like that person? Why don't you look like your mom? Why does your sister have darker skin than you? Why does your brother have darker skin than you? Why does your mom have darker skin than you? Just, because kids are blunt. They ask their questions. They don't, maybe they don't think that it's fun. But it makes you uncomfortable. If you feel like you're like the odd one out, it makes you uncomfortable. Now, I know my entire family. I know that I look like my family. Um, so as I grew up, it made me less uncomfortable. As a kid, I was really self-conscious about it. I'm just going to pull up some pictures. You get to watch my I could have pulled these up a while ago. Anyway, so and I'll probably put them on the screen too, so if you can't see it now. So I predominantly look like my dad's side of the family. And my brother and sister mostly look like my mom's side of the family. And my mom and dad look like they look very different. Um, anyway, so this is what my dad's mom looks like. My grandma. Again, I'll probably actually put that on the screen so you can see it. And I just want to clarify, I'm not necessarily saying that I think the kids were trying to be mean when they asked us questions, but I just was someone who didn't want to be different. I didn't want to be zeroed out. I was very shy, very self-conscious, so that made me very uncomfortable. They probably weren't trying to be rude, but that's just how I took it. So here is a picture when she was younger. See, I look like my grandma with my dad's nose. Here's a picture of my dad, and it's the cutest picture ever. I'm gonna put it on the screen too, but I feel like I'm talking to somebody when I do things like this. Not just sitting in the room talking to a camera. Uh, and I'll probably just put a few more pictures on the screen after that, just so you can kind of see. I look like my family, but there's hair on me. You know that feeling you can feel the hair grazing your arm and you don't know where it is? It's going to drive me crazy. Uh, Back on topic. Okay, so um, my sister, on the other hand, I think that the questions that people asked her and the comments they made about her, I think they actually were trying to be mean, which is unfortunate because my sister is beautiful. She really is. My sister is gorgeous. So jealous of her. She has darker skin than me. She has like that like beautiful like orangey skin, and she was born with green eyes, and they turned brown as she got older, but they're still like really light and like ambery looking. And so like, and she has like sun bleached hair kind of, so her hair, skin, and eyes are almost the same color, and I think that is so gorgeous. I'm going to show you a picture of her. And I'll put it on the screen. She's so pretty. Look at that glow. She doesn't wear any makeup. She's not wearing any makeup here. I'll put that picture on the camera so you can see it better. She's so pretty. She is wearing makeup here, but you know, there's some people who are just more concerned with skin tone than anything else. She has a beautiful face. She's athletic. She's gorgeous. My sister is gorgeous. But people used to make comments about her because she had darker skin than me. People used to compare us to each other, and it's not good. But I just want you to get the tone of like kind of what things were like growing up. So we always had questions about what we look, where our looks came from because people acted like we were so unusual that we kind of just. I know I was very curious about it. I've never actually asked her if she was curious about it, but I'm sure she is. So I'm gonna call her and tell her what the results are afterwards. After I read them, I haven't looked at them. I'm actually keeping this. My reaction on camera is going to be my first glimpse at it. So first, I want to talk about what people have projected onto us. So people think that we are part Asian because, I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense. If you look at the eyes that my mom, my sister, and I have, they're actually a dominant trait in our family. They're not, like everybody has them, like on both sides of my family. So this is my dad's family. Again, I'll put it up on the screen. I just like doing this. I don't know. Here's a picture of my mom and I. People think that my mom is half Korean, and we go to Korean restaurants, and the way that they react to her, like people think that my mom is half Korean, and so people think that we're part Asian. People think that people have thought that I was mixed with Asian or mixed with white. I'm not sure what they think about my sister. I've never asked her. I just know what I've heard people say. My sister and I grew up in the same household. We have the same mom and dad. My sister and I grew up in the same household up until I think she was in fourth or fifth grade, and she decided she wanted to move with my dad like an hour away. So she lived with my dad, and my dad had a dog, and he had cable, and he had video games, and it was a fun house when you're young. So I can understand why she wanted to move, but so I don't know, as she became preteen and a teenager, I don't know what people said to her or asked her. We didn't really talk that much during those years, so I guess I can ask her. I'll ask her when I call her if she answers. Sometimes she doesn't. But what was the last thing I said? Okay, so what people think. So that's what I wanted to talk about first because um, uh, you know I don't know. I'm nervous, and I don't know why I'm nervous. That's why I'm rambling, if you can't tell. I think it's because it's like dealing with ethnicity, nerve-wracking. But needless to say, regardless of what my DNA comes up as, I'm going to be happy. I don't, I don't know. It doesn't seem like something that you should find disappointment in. I just want to know where my family came from because I don't have that family tree going all the way back to the 1600s like some people are lucky enough to have. So, I just want to know where my people are from. So let's see. I'm nervous. My boyfriend did this too, by the way. He gave me this. Oh, I did accidentally peeked a little bit. He gave me this as a Christmas gift. Okay. Oh, and before I continue, my mom did the ancestry DNA test, and she came up with 80% African, with like 40% being Nigerian, and 19% European, with the most being English and Wales, I think, and then 1% uh, Middle Eastern, Eastern Asian. No, it wasn't Eastern. It was Middle Eastern, but I forgot how they worded it. Anyway, that's what my mom's DNA is. So let's see what mine is. Hmm. Wow. Okay. So this is funny. This is interesting. Okay, I'm gonna read this off and I'm gonna tell you why I think this is funny. So, I am 79.6% sub-Saharan African, with 60% of that being West African, 30% being Nigerian, 20% being Ghanaian, Liberian, Sierra Leonean. It's funny, I like that song Liberian Girl by Michael Jackson. 20% Liberian Girl. Let's see. Congolese and Southern East African 10%, broadly West African, Senegambian and Guinean 6.3%. And I'm reading these things, but I know that, going off of those like consumer reports, that the test can't like totally tell you, like those little percentages are kind of a guess, but I think it's fun to read those off. 17.8% European, with 14.8% being Northwestern European, 7.5% British and Irish, 6.7% broadly Northern European, a lot of broadleys here, 0.6% Spanish and Portuguese, 1.7% broadly European, and then 0.5% broadly Western Asian and North African. And then as far as East Asian and Native American, 0.5% East Asian Native American, with 0.5% being Chinese and Southeast Asian, 0.5% being Filipino and Austronesian? Austronesian? Is that what they call native Australians? Austronesian? I'm gonna look that up. 0.2% Indonesian, Thai, Khmer, and Myanmar, Myanma, and 0.2% broadly East Asian and Native American. And then I have 0.6% of trace ancestry, and breaking that down, it's 2.2% Indonesian, Thai, Khmerian, and Myanmar. I'm gonna stop trying to say that. Cypriot. What is that? Cypriots were speaking a form of Greek. That's interesting. Okay. And then 1% unassigned. So that's interesting. The reason I think it's funny that I came up with 0.5% Native American is because my mom's family, everybody has a story in their family where somebody was Native American. So my mom's family is the side that said that thought we were Native American, and my great grandma on my mom's side was the one who said it, and she looked very Native American, so we believed that she was, but didn't have a whole lot of history on her. I don't have a lot of history on her, so I don't know. Maybe my perception is different than the people in my family, but I thought she was very Native American. And it's funny because this has to come from my dad's side, so I just thought it was funny that I thought that we weren't Native American because my mom got her test results back and nothing came up, but it's on my dad's side, so I just thought that was funny. Anyway, yeah, that's not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be, I don't know. I didn't expect there to be any Asian, and I know that I said that people think that I am, but I've seen so many pictures of people in Africa with eyes and facial structure like mine, so I didn't think that we got it from Asia, even though the areas are connected. Like, I just assumed that it was so far back, from migrations and stuff, that it would just come up as African. If that made any sense at all, I don't know, but that's interesting. Wow. A little bit of everything. That's interesting. And we have recent ancestry from Jamaica. Wow. Oh, wow. All right, now I'm going to call my sister. I'm going to see what she has to say about that. If she answers, My sister's a busy girl. She has a lot of friends. She might have time for this. She said the same voicemail since she was like 12. You need to answer your phone. Jocelyn, I need you, girl. I would like for my sister to call me. I could call my brother, but I don't think, I don't know if this information would be all that relevant to him because he has a different dad. Oh, here she is. Hi, Jocelyn.
Hi.
I'm recording a video. Is it okay if I have your voice on it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I did the 23andMe DNA test.
What happened?
You want to know the results?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it came back as 79% sub-Saharan African. It came back as 17.8% European and 0.5% West Asian and North African, 0.5% East Asian and Native American. Which is funny because Mom's didn't come up with any Native American, but we thought that we had Native American on her side. So the largest groups are West African at 66%, Nigerian at 30%, Ghanaian, Liberian, Sierra Leone at 21%, and Northwestern European at 14.8%, and Congolese and Southeast African at 10%.
Oh, how much did that cost?
Huh?
How much did it cost to do that?
Oh, I don't know. It was a Christmas gift.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was sleeping. That's why I didn't answer.
Sleeping. I guess okay.
Yeah.
Your time is different.
Yeah.
I will share. I'll see if I can share the info with you so you can look at it yourself. But yeah, I just wanted to call and let you know since we have the same mom and dad. It's probably to be exactly. It probably is going to be the same for us. Not exactly the same, but you know.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, I'll talk to you later. Love you. You better not go back to sleep. It's 1.
It's 11.
It's 11. Oh yeah, it's 11 over there. Right.
Bye.
Bye. All right, so that's it. I told my sister. She seemed pleased. I guess what would I ask? I want to ask people who are perceived as racially ambiguous to other people, even though you don't necessarily feel that way because you look like so many different people in your family on both sides of your family, so you identify your features as being, common. How do you feel when people ask you questions like that? It is so weird to me. I still think it's strange. I can get how having lighter skin would look. I don't know, but I don't know. I associate my features with my Black family because my family is there is not a single person that isn't married into the family that is not Black, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't have like a grandparent that is white or a grandparent that is Asian or anything. Like, everyone in my family is Black, so I've never felt that I didn't look Black until other people assumed that I did or told me that I didn't. I don't know. That makes any sense. I don't think about people and ethnicity the same way that other people do. I don't know. I think it's a cool thing to know, but I don't obsess over it the way other people do. So maybe that's why it was weird to me as a kid. I'm just like, I just want to play on the playground. Why are you asking me this? But so anybody else who was perceived as looking different than you think you look, what was that like? Like, when you got questions like that, did it make you feel weird? Did it make you feel uncomfortable? Or did you take it as a compliment? Did you think that, oh, I must look unique or something? I don't know. Like, how did that make you feel? But again, it just made me feel weird. I don't know. I didn't like it. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. It's very rambling. I'm going to try to edit out as much of the rambling as I can. If you have any questions or comments, or if you want me to go into further detail, I did also get the health background. If you want to go into that, I didn't think that would be interesting. I don't know, but if you want me to, I can do a video on that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Welcome back. 25 going on 50.